Today, we're bringing our extraordinary A15 Bionic chip to another iPhone.
It's an attempt to bring the power of its top-of-the-line iPhone 13 to an economy-priced phone.
This is important for our existing users who want a smaller iPhone and a great value. It's also been an incredibly popular model with new iPhone users.
On the surface, the new $429 iPhone SE appears to be a play for the highly competitive budget phone market, something that runs counter to Apple's premium image. But that's not the full story.
One of Apple's biggest businesses is their service business. Apple's not afraid of saying, look, we're willing to get into the competitive level at lower prices. We're not going to go against the low end that the Chinese and a lot of the Asian companies have, but we're going to give our users a very powerful, lower cost system so that they take advantage of all of the services Apple has.
Apple also introduced a new iPad Air, which includes the Apple Design M1 chip, bringing high-end features to a more portable model. Veteran Silicon Valley analyst Tim Beheron says the seeds for Apple's chip strategy were planted by founder Steve Jobs long ago.
This kind of goes back to something that Jobs and I talked about in the 2000s. He always wanted Apple to control their own destiny. He didn't want to be a slave to an Intel or to Qualcomm or anybody else. That ultimately he'd like to have everything that designed to the point where it can be under their control.
Apple is also taking advantage of its own Apple Silicon chips to strengthen its position in the ultra-high-end market. It introduced the M1 Ultra, which is like combining two of its fastest chips into one. The M1 Ultra chip is featured in this 9x20 centimeter desktop computer, the Mac Studio. Apple says it's their fastest Mac ever and starts at a base price of $4,000, not including the display.
Those who are doing creative projects, whether it be in movies or YouTube videos or gaming, they're actually going to get a very fast return on investment because they make big money with their creations. So spending, $6,000 even on a high-end creative tool that cuts down their amount of time having to do this and get their creations to the market faster.
To pair with the high-end Mac Studio, Apple also unveiled this 27-inch 5K Retina Studio display. The display even has its own chip for advanced camera features and spatial audio, coming in at a very premium price of $1,600. Mark New, CGTN, Palo Alto, California.